So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to enhance some of your analysis that's happening in your annotations. It's been really good to see the work that's been starting to come in and to be able to clarify some points. But I think now we're at the stage where we've got the basic hang of things. We need to actually improve our analysis a little bit. So I just want to start with credibility, and I'm just going to pull out a sentence that I've borrowed from one of the students' resources. So I've just stolen their first sentence. So this source is written by Molly Warren, a licensed music therapist who attended Colorado State University with the additional certificate in public and behavioral health. So what is fantastic here is the way that the student has identified elements of the resource that we need to talk about. So we've got this idea of being a licensed music therapist, which is great. We've got this idea, oh my God, my computer is having a nana. We've got this idea of the education, and we've got some relevant qualifications. So this is fantastic. What we then need to think about, though, is what do each of those elements actually mean? So what we need to do is actually break down each of the statements we make about a person and then explain them. So if this source was written by Molly Warren and she's a licensed music therapist, what does this mean? So this means that she has been certified to practice music therapy, and this means that she had to meet a minimum standard for professional practice and understanding. Now, why is that useful? Well, this allows us to know that she is credible, magic word, if I could spell it, because it tells us that she has relevant qualifications, experience, and knowledge to be able to effectively comment on this topic. Okay, so if we look at this, just zoom in a bit because it's a bit small. If we look at this, we can see that there's no need for us to actually put more detail at this point because we've explained why she's credible. We actually have a good understanding of what her role as a licensed music therapist means. We could also talk about the fact that her education, because that was another aspect that we'd highlighted, her education might have something to do with her credibility. So her education in the field would provide background knowledge about behavioral health, which with a little bit of Googling, I would find out has to do with potentially how we can apply strategies like music therapy. And this means that she has an understanding of how to work with health-related fields, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm just making this up, to show you an example. But what we have here that is going to take us to the next level is these explanatory type words. So this means something, and this allows us to know that she's credible because is the magic word in Research Project. What's the because? Okay, I think that's a really important thing for us to think about, because when we think about our steps, obviously we want to identify features of the individual. Oh my God, I need to learn how to spell. It would be so useful. Then we need to explain why these features are useful. Then we need to explain how this makes them credible. Okay, so what we need to be thinking about is a very different way of producing our analysis. It's a three-part thing. It's not just stating information. It is more than just a background check. Background check's important, but it's not the be-all and end-all.